We're moving. We're in a new location.
Everybody, welcome to Boulevard 40. This is the new home of the Bible reading party. Get it started. Yes, if you know me from 40 Entrepreneur Drive. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. Let's get this party started. It's a Bible reading party. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. That window seems a lot brighter than it is. You guys know we're getting closer to the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. And every day that I wake up, I see more and more sunlight coming through the window, and it seems bright. It's not bright. I just want to test that out. Oh no. I did some recording yesterday morning. For anybody who saw last night's release, I had recorded yesterday and have all my lights shifted over there, so you can't really see me, can you? I know I said I was gonna go get coffee, right? And I ended up getting a bagel too. So give me 1 minute. I'm gonna move this light in front to make it a little more clear. And then I'm gonna start. Nothing like a pair of earrings to glam up your look, right? That looks a little better. Or a little fancier. Maybe not much. In either case, give me a second. I'm gonna move this light. I'm in the dark. I keep hearing footsteps, baby. In the dark. Oh, in the dark. Time for that man to get an alarm system. He got a cat burglar. There we go. Unless he actually has cats. Dope. See me? I'm a cat lady. I've had cats for quite some time now. So when I hear bumps in the night, I don't jump. Chances are it's a cat. But there was this time, what was that, last month? Remember about 3 or 4 weeks ago, you can ask my son. I heard a noise in the middle of the night. It wasn't a cat. I grabbed Mr. Taurus. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to get yellow coin. I grabbed Mr. Taurus and I yelled out into the darkness. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning. I said, this is what I said, but this is what I did. I said, whoever you are, you're not a cat. Reveal yourself, because I got a big bat. And my son, who doesn't live here anymore, he has his own place, he popped his head in my room like, Mom, are you still up? I said, son, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing creeping around the house? Oh, I came to pick up some things from my room. And I was like, boy, don't do that. So I had to put Mr. Taurus away. And it all worked out fine. But yeah, I said all that to say, don't be scared when things go bump in the night. If you're a cat owner like me, they make noises all the time. They knock stuff over all the time. I'm quite used to it. My ears are trained to it. Make sure the notifications are off on this phone, or at least down. Got my dictionary. See, now that's a little bit better, right? Much better. Like that. That, Murphy. Oh, my sign. She had to move stuff around a little bit when I was recording, so it would show up over there where it was at. But just in case you don't know where you're at, you're on 40 Entrepreneur Drive. You know, we're not supposed to be traveling during this particular state of time. The state of the world, we're not supposed to be traveling. But I just recently went on a short trip. You guys want to know about it? I recently went on a short trip. Yeah, I'm working. I'm waiting till this bagel's done. Because sometimes the coffee makes my stomach upset, so I want to put something on it. That's why. While I'm waiting to finish up these last bites, I'm going to do a roll call and say hello to everybody. And I want you to guess where I went. I went on a short trip. Actually, I talked about it. Some of you guys may not follow me on Facebook, but I talked about it on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Happy Friday, everybody. It's going to be a coffee. It's going to be coffee for me. It's going to be a coffee day for me. Be right back. But first, It's Friday. TGIF. Hey, thank God it's Friday. TGIF. I just made this song up on the spot. Yeah. The time is now 7:21 a.m. It is Friday morning here in Texas, and it is 5:29 for everybody, unless you are to the east of me. Unless you are to the east of me, like over the Atlantic Ocean, then it's already tomorrow. Like over in Asia, it's not because they're only 13 hours ahead of me. Yeah, so for everybody, for this moment, for everybody, it is Friday. It won't be Friday anymore over in Asia until about 11 or 12 noon. When it's 11 or 12 noon here, it will already be past midnight over there. Anyway, I say all that to say, time is Friday. I mean, the day is Friday. It is May 29th. Welcome to the Bible reading party. This will be the last week. This will be the last week that I will be doing this Bible reading party here. If you are new here or you haven't been here in a while, I'll re-announce what's going on. I have made an executive decision to separate my faith-based content from my business-related content. I'm still going to be reading the Bible every day, and I'm still going to be doing it live, and it's going to be all the way live, but it will not be here. I will be in a new location. That new location is Boulevard 40. That's so clever. The Bible reading party will no longer be here at 40 Entrepreneur Drive. It will be at Boulevard 40. I dropped a link in the chat. I'll be dropping another link at some point. Any of the moderators that are willing and able, or if it's convenient, you guys can drop that too. And yeah, this week, yesterday, the day before, I am downloading all the readings from this month. I'm not going all the way back. That's a lot of work. But I'm currently in the middle of downloading all of my readings from my computer from the month of May. So from Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, everything that I've read this month, I'm downloading it and I'm trimming it up so that it's one, so that it's short and to the point, and two, so that it won't be a duplicated content, because YouTube won't let you upload the same thing in different places. So technically it's different because it's a shorter version. I trimmed off the edges and I uploaded. The chat won't be available, so it's a completely different video. So the month of May, those videos will be over there, and come June 1st, if you want to hear the Bible being read by me, yours truly, you need to be watching me over there at Boulevard 40. So I would encourage you, if that's what you're into, just the Bible stuff, because I know some people don't really watch my other business stuff. They only want to watch the Bible stuff. Well, guess what? Now I have a new dedicated place for you, and it's over there at Boulevard 40. BLVD space 40. BLVD space 40. And you can either type in this hashtag to get there, or you can follow the link that I put in there, or you can type it in. I tried to come up with something pretty easy to be found, and something that wasn't found. So yes. All right. So you guys wondering where I went? I told you I went on a short trip. I went from my bed to the floor. Yes. I said I wanted to make sure that I roll out of bed this morning, because I kind of been like, I don't want to get up. I rolled out of bed and ended up on my floor. And I remember, it's so funny because it happened fast, but in my mind I was thinking in slow motion. Seriously? Boom. Yeah, that's what happened. All right, so let's see. We got Eva Friedrich. True story. I rolled out of bed. I fell on the floor this morning. Eva Friedrich says, good morning, everyone. Destiny Forever Walks, Grand Rising Kenya. How are you? I'm fine after my short trip. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst. How you know it's going to go get a bagel and coffee? Let me stop. You know I can be silly sometimes. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness and knowledge, for they shall be filled. You're extraordinary. Have a super amazing day. Thank you. I'm a little better after the bagel. I'm gonna be even better after the coffee, and I'm gonna be even better after reading some Bible. Hit the like button. Good time cooking mama's homestead. Good morning, family. Was around here 8 Eastern time. No notification. Yeah, I have people telling me that. I don't know what it is. And then there's a glitch where it looks like you're not subscribed. Some people, not everybody. It looks like you're subscribed. It looks like you're not subscribed. So you hit the red button, which means you have just unsubscribed. Yeah, it's been Pusa Studios. I was hanging out over there, and they were trying to gather up some what do you call it when you get a lot of people to sign something? Protest petition. Yeah, they were trying to do like a digital petition to show YouTube, hey, there's these glitches going on. People are losing subscribers, and people are not getting notifications, things like that. I'm glad you came over though. I'm glad you looked me up. I will be doing this every day, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Not here, but over at Boulevard 40. We got some meeting and greeting going on. That's me. That little link that I threw out there with the sunshine, that's the link for the new channel. Nicole says, good morning, 40 fam. And we will still be the same 40 fam over there. We will. It'll be just a 40 fam in a new location. Bless the like button. I'm ready for the Bible reading party. All I need is ice cream and cake. Hey, I got the confetti. You bring the ice cream and cake. Laverne Dorsey says, good morning. Life of Key says, good morning. And she said it just like that. Hello, Kenya. I go back to my job on this coming Monday. What? What? I will miss you in the chat and our morning talks. My work hours are 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Catch you when I can. Okay. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and stay mindful, which I'm pretty sure you already are. Make sure you keep your sanitizer and your, all that good stuff. Make sure you keep all that good stuff. So I think I was supposed to be going back to work, and I just got a notification last night that they are still extending the I forget what they call it. They call it something scientific. They're still extending that time for us to make sure that they have different safeguards in place, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. But having a job is a good thing, and I don't know. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about that? How are you excited to go back? Are you cautious? Are you nervous? Are you like, ooh, I'm so ready to have a place to go back to every day because I'm going stir crazy? Or I don't know. Me, I'm sort of kind of ready to go back, but I'm doing really good with it. I'm doing a lot of good things with my time off. I'm staying really productive, and I'm getting so much done. So when I go back, I'm going to be proud of myself regardless. I think I'm in a new state of mind where I can handle some of the negativity, and also I'm going to feel proud of myself. But how are you feeling about going back? The Wiz says, good morning. There's the Nightbot. The Wiz says, glad to be here. And she said it just like that. Well, hey. Rough start this morning. Oh, no, Nicole. Did you fall out of bed too? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No notification, but I made it. See? Somebody else. Oh, wow, look at that moderator. She's like, bam, 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 bam. Click the link. Inside joke. Clickety link, brothers and sisters. Clickety link if you want to go over and subscribe to that new channel. I'm not going to be there right now because I'm over here. But by the time I get off of here, I'm going to start going back into my channel here, downloading that stuff and putting it over there just so it can be a nice little transition. So if anybody who hasn't visited me in a while, for the month of May, they will see this content in both places. This is the original, the trim stuff over there, and come June 1st, I'll be over there. So yes, clickety link. Yes, okay, so we've got all that taken care of, all the housekeeping. I feel like Starbucks now. Starbucks, all they do is just put a bunch of sugar and syrups in there. I got some Coffee Mate, the liquid Coffee Mate Irish cream. That Irish cream, to me, is better than a vanilla, whatever. And I put an exuberant amount of it in my coffee. Tastes just like Starbucks. See, when you make food at home, you're more mindful of how much salt and how much sugar and how much oil and grease you use so that you can be healthier, right? You don't realize when you're out in the restaurants or cafes or whatever, they're just throwing tons of stuff in there just for the flavor. They're just doing it for the flavor. They're not doing it for your health. And I've been trying to make healthy-ish coffee, and that's why it hasn't been tasting like Starbucks. It's because I didn't put copious amounts of sugar and cream in there. We are in Second Samuel. Whoa, 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 whoa. We did 4, 5, and 6 yesterday, and we're going to do 7, 8, and 9 today. So let's do a recap. But first, this is my Bible. This is what it looks like. It is the New Believer's Bible. It does have a different sound to it because it is a modern publication. That's what it looks like. New Living Translation. This is my cloud reader. This is my Kindle. Where did I get Cloud Reader from? Oh, because that's the name of the program. This is my Kindle. I downloaded this. If you have a Kindle account, you can download these books on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop. What else is there? Yeah, phone, tablet, laptop, and you can read different books like that. This is where we're at. We're at 7, 8, and 9. Yesterday we hit a checkpoint, the Ark in Jerusalem. And just in case you're wondering, this is what the cover looks like. So in case you want to look it up on your own, you can. A Woman's Guide to Reading the Bible in a Year. A life-changing journey into the heart of God. And we're in week 22. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. So to make it easier for myself, I'm going to be recording today's session. Instead of downloading it, there's a way I can record it from this point on so that all I got to do is upload it over there. And I'm going to hit the record button right there. Hello and welcome. Today is May 29th, 2020. It is Friday and it is week 22 of reading the Bible in a year. Today we will be reading 2 Samuel 7, 8, and 9. But first I'm going to start with the recap. See how I did that? All right, this is what happened yesterday. The Philistines capture the ark. No, that's 1 Samuel. I knew something didn't seem right. I'm like, didn't that happen before? That's 1 Samuel. We're in 2 Samuel. Here we go. This is what happened in 2 Samuel yesterday. The murder of Ishbosheth. Remember, I was like, man, this is like a murder mystery already. But it's not a mystery. We know who did it. The murder of Ishbosheth, and Ishbosheth was Saul's son, and he was ruling over the northern part of Israel, while David was ruling over the southern part, Judah. Chapter 5, David becomes king of Israel. So, yeah, he wasn't planning it that way, but he ended up becoming the king of all of Israel. David captures Jerusalem. David conquers the Philistines. Chapter 6, they are moving the ark to Jerusalem. There's an instance where the ark gets a little unstable en route because the two oxen, the two bulls, kind of lose their footing and they make the ark fall. Uzzah put his hand out to steady it. He died instantly because nobody, under no circumstances, were ever supposed to touch the ark. Especially if you're not a Levite priest. Like only certain people could be close to it. You couldn't, look upon it because they had it covered up, things like that. So yes, he died. Michal, David's wife, she was a little bit upset because after David had his spilling coffee. David danced for joy. He was overwhelmed with joy. He danced like nobody's business. And he danced as he was coming back from Let's see. I don't want to put words in his mouth. In chapter 6, verse 21, David, after Michael kind of went off on him, David retorted to Michael, I was dancing before the Lord who chose me above your father and all his family. He appointed me as the leader of Israel, the people of the Lord, so I celebrated before the Lord. And for her behavior, her disgust and contempt against him, she ended up being barren and childless, which leads us into chapter 7 for today. I'm okay with going back. I can all that comes my way. I can do all that comes my way for I prepare myself for the unexpected. That's good. That's good. I think I'm a lot more prepared now myself than I have ever been in the past. I can handle all that comes my way, for I have prepared myself and my mind to be positive and trusting in the Almighty Creator, God, to cover me. Thanks, always. Yes, many blessings to you on your way back. Blessings to me on my way back, whether it be next week or the week after. We'll see. I'm still going to be annoyed in some instances, but I know I'm going to be okay. Chapter 7, the Lord's covenant promise to David. The Lord's covenant promise to David. When King David was settled in his place, and the Lord had given him rest from all the surrounding enemies, the king summoned Nathan the prophet. Look, David said, I'm living in a beautiful cedar palace, but the ark of God is out there in a tent. Nathan replied to the king, Go ahead and do whatever you have in mind, for the Lord is with you. But that same night, the Lord said to Nathan, Go and tell my servant David, this is what the Lord has declared. Are you the one to build a house for me to live in? I have never lived in a house. From the day I brought the Israelites out of Egypt until this very day, I've always moved from one place to another with a tent and a tabernacle as my dwelling. Yet, no matter where I have gone with the Israelites, I have never once complained to Israel's tribal leaders, the shepherds of my people, Israel. I have never asked them, why haven't you built me a beautiful cedar house? Now, go and say to my servant David, this is what the Lord of heaven's armies has declared. I took you from tending sheep in the pasture and selected you to be the leader of my people Israel. I have been with you wherever you have gone, and I've destroyed all your enemies before your eyes. Now I will make your name as famous as anyone who has ever lived on earth. And I will provide a homeland for my people, Israel, planting them in a secure place where they will never be disturbed. Evil nations won't oppress them as they've done in the past, starting from the time I appointed judges to rule my people Israel. And I will give you rest from all your enemies. Furthermore, the Lord declares that he will make a house for you, a dynasty of kings. For when you die and are buried with your ancestors, I will raise up one of your descendants, your own offspring, and I will make his kingdom strong. He is the one who will build a house, a temple for my name, and I will secure his royal throne forever. I will be his father, and he will be my son. If he sins, I will correct and discipline him with the rod, like any father would do. But my favor will not be taken from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I removed from your sight. Your house and your kingdom will continue before me for all time, and your throne will be secure forever. So Nathan went back to David and told him everything the Lord had said in this vision. And in verse 18, it looks like David gives a prayer of thanks. Then King David went in and sat before the Lord and prayed, Who am I, O sovereign Lord, and what is my family, that you have brought me this far? And now, sovereign Lord, in addition to everything else, you speak of giving your servant a lasting dynasty? Do you deal with everyone this way, O sovereign Lord? What more can I say to you? You know what your servant is really like. Sovereign Lord, because of your promise and according to your will, you have done all these great things and have made them known to your servant. How great you are, O sovereign Lord. There's no one like you. We have never even heard of another God like you. What other nation on earth is like your people, Israel? What other nation, O God, have you redeemed from slavery to be your own people? You made a great name for yourself when you redeemed your people from Egypt. You performed awesome miracles and drove out the nations and gods that stood in their way. You made Israel your very own people, and you, O Lord, became their God. And now, O Lord God, I am your servant. Do as you promised concerning me and my family. Confirm it as a promise that will last forever. And may your name be honored forever, so that everyone will say, the Lord of heaven's armies is God over Israel. And may the house of your servant David continue before you forever. O Lord of heaven's armies, God of Israel, I have been bold enough to pray this prayer to you because you have revealed all this to your servant, saying, I will build a house for you, a dynasty of kings. For you are God, O sovereign Lord. Your words are truth, and you have promised these good things to your servant. And now may it please you to bless the house of your servant, so that it may continue forever before you. For you have spoken, and when you grant a blessing to your servant, O sovereign Lord, it is an eternal blessing. And that is chapter 7. That's the first chapter of today. Yep, that Irish cream. That's all that is, Irish cream. Oops. Put that in the wrong place. Any questions? Any comments? Any insight? Any understanding? Why do you think David felt it was necessary to bring God indoors, so to speak? Like he said, here I am, I'm in this lovely palace, and God is out there in the tent. First, I guess that's an example of our human understanding. There is so much greatness, great divineness in the world that our brains, even if we got big brains, I smart, I got big brain. Even if we are highly intelligent, there's so much that we don't understand, that we try to put in our own human understanding. We try to make it make sense. And in David's mind, he was thinking, here I am, a human that requires shelter, that requires, all these things. And of course, my ego, it's nice to have nice things. That's just the ego. I like to have nice things. I don't need it, but I like to have it. And so if I like to have it, surely God must not like to have this kind of stuff too, because if I feel this way, God probably feels this way. That's just me thinking out loud. And so David, trying to do the right thing, he had good intentions. He's like, if I'm in a house, God needs to be in a house. But we're not God and God's not us specifically. So he's trying to bring that greatness of God down to human level and provide for God as if God were human. Well, not yet. Not yet. We gotta wait for the New Testament for that part. We gotta wait for the New Testament because Jesus needed to be in shelter. Jesus needed to eat. He needed to drink. He needed to do everything that we as humans did because that was God in human flesh. And when you're in this flesh, you got needs. When Mother Nature calls, you better answer. When that stomach start growling, you need to eat, etc., etc. Oh boy, can you imagine? Can you imagine someone, an entity that has never felt pain, choosing to go into a form that you feel pain? Can you imagine an entity that has never needed to drink, never needed to eat, there's no sense of hunger, having to experience hunger for the first time? Or this entity that has always been, always will be, everlasting power, overwhelming power, choosing to come in a body with limited power. There's only so much that the human body can do. It gets tired, it gets sick, it gets hurt, it bleeds. You get sleepy, you gotta rest. People get on your nerves. There's a whole mental aspect of that. I bet people got on Jesus' nerves. I know he was full of love, but Jesus, I'm pretty sure at some point somebody got on your nerves, annoyed you, frustrated you, disappointed you, you had that whole range of human emotions to feel. Had to have been. He had to have felt like we felt. Anyways, I'm going off into a New Testament tangent. I said all that to say, why did David feel the need to build a house for God? And so that was me speculating. I might as well finish this last bit because if not, it's gonna go cold real quick. Because the smallest amount that you have in there goes cold quick. The more that you have in there, it takes forever to cool down. Ooh, Irish cream is delicious. All right. I don't see anything in the chat, and so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go into chapter 8. Chapter 8 talks about David's military victories. After that long prayer of thanks and prayer to the Lord, in chapter 8, David's military victories. After this, David defeated and subdued the Philistines by conquering Gath, their largest town. David also conquered the land of Moab. He made the people lie down on the ground in a row, and he measured them off in groups with the length of rope. He measured off 2 groups to be executed for every 1 group to be spared. The Moabites who were spared became David's subjects and paid him tribute money. David also destroyed the forces of Hadadezer, son of Rehob, king of Zobah, when Hadadezer marched out to strengthen his control along the Euphrates River. David captured 1,000 chariots, 7,000 charioteers, and 20,000 foot soldiers. He crippled all the chariot horses except enough for 100 chariots. When Arameans from Damascus arrived to help King Hadadezer, David killed 22,000 of them. Then he placed several army garrisons in Damascus, the Aramean capital, and the Arameans became David's subjects and paid him tribute money. So the Lord made David victorious wherever he went. David brought the gold shield of Hadadezer's officers to Jerusalem, along with a large amount of bronze from Hadadezer's towns of Taba and Berothai. When King Toi of Hamath heard that David had destroyed the entire army of Hadadezer, he sent his son Joram to congratulate King David for his successful campaign. Hadadezer and Toi had been enemies and were often at war. Joram presented David with many gifts of silver, gold, and bronze. King David dedicated all these gifts to the Lord, as he did with the silver and gold from other nations he had defeated, from Edom, Moab, Ammon, Philistia, and Amalek, and from Hadadezer son of Rehob, king of Zobah. So David became even more famous when he returned from destroying 18,000 Edomites in the Valley of Salt. He placed army garrisons throughout Edom, and all the Edomites became David's subjects. In fact, the Lord made David victorious wherever he went. So David reigned over all Israel and did what was just and right for his people. Joab, son of Zeruiah, was commander of the army. Jehoshaphat, son of Ahilud, was the royal historian. Zadok, son of Ahitub, and Ahimelech, son of Abiathar, were the priests. Sariah was the court secretary. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada, was captain of king's bodyguard, and David's sons served as priestly leaders. And that is chapter 8. So things are moving along quite well for David. He's got basically a blessing from the Lord, saying that his descendants will have an everlasting kingdom. And of course, we know by now, or if you didn't know, the descendant that he's talking about isn't David's son or grandson or great-great-grandson. It's Jesus. Way down the line, that kingdom that is going to last forever. In verse 16, 7 and 16, your house and your kingdom will continue before me for all time, and your throne will be secure forever. It's talking about Jesus. So we have that happening in 7. We got David's military victories in 8. Everything he touches, he conquers. He's doing it. And the most the cool thing about that is whenever he goes somewhere, what does it say? Verse 8 and 11, King David dedicated all these gifts to the Lord as he did with the silver and gold from the other nations he defeated. So that's different from Saul. When Saul had his victories, he was kind of, shaving a little bit off the top for himself and his men, his soldiers. But David did not. So, any questions? Any questions? No. Okay. Just so you know. This is chapter 9 and the final chapter for today. David's kindness to, is this the one that I thought was Memphis? Yeah, this is the one that looks like Memphis. Mephibosheth. 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 Yeah, okay. David's kindness to Mephibosheth. One day, David asked, is anyone in Saul's family still alive? Anyone to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake? He summoned a man named Ziba, who had been one of Saul's servants. Are you Ziba? The king asked. Yes, sir, I am, Ziba replied. The king then asked him, is anyone still alive from Saul's family? If so, I want to show God's kindness to them. Ziba replied, yes, one of Jonathan's sons is still alive. He's crippled in both feet. Where is he? The king asked. In Lo Debar, Ziba told him, at the home of Machir, son of Amiel. Oh, yeah, y'all remember yesterday there was a battle, a war. The city was under siege. The nurse, the nurse for the baby, kind of like a governess or just a caretaker. She was trying to run with the baby, drop the baby, mess the baby's legs up. That's what he's talking about. So David sent for him. This is verse 5. Chapter 9, verse 5. So David sent for him and brought him from Machir's home. His name was Mephibosheth. He was Jonathan's son and Saul's grandson. When he came to David, he bowed low to the ground in deep respect. David said, greetings, Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth replied, I am your servant. Don't be afraid, David said. I intend to show kindness to you because of my promise to your father Jonathan. I will give you all the property that once belonged to your grandfather Saul, and you will eat here with me at the king's table. Mephibosheth bowed respectfully and exclaimed, who is your servant that you should show such kindness to a dead dog like me? Then the king summoned Saul's servant Ziba and said, I have given your master's grandson everything that belonged to Saul and his family. You and your sons and servants are to farm the land for him to produce food for your master's grandson. Oh, hold on, the page is turning. You and your sons and servants are to farm the land for him to produce food for your master's household. But Mephibosheth, your master's grandson, will eat here at my table. Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Ziba replied, yes, my lord, the king. I am your servant, and I will do all that you have commanded. And from that time on, Mephibosheth ate regularly at David's table, like one of the king's own sons. Mephibosheth had a young son named Micah. From then on, all the members of Ziba's household were Mephibosheth's servant. And Mephibosheth, who was crippled in both feet, lived in Jerusalem and ate regularly at the king's table. And I believe that's it. Let me look at my guide. Every once in a while, I'll forget to put the correct thing up there. But I think that's it. I think that's 7, 8, 9. I don't think we're doing 10 today, right? And week 22 is almost over. Yes, this week we are reading about a man after God's own heart. And today was 7, 8, and 9. Tomorrow's 10, 11, and 12. Cool. Elsa Fan 248 comes in and says, hey, good morning. Happy Friday. You doing all right? You came in right at the end. You came in right at the end, my friend. But that's okay. That's why they make the replay. Hey, Elsa, did you know that I'm going to be moving my Bible reading? Yes, it's true. The Bible reading party will be soon relocated to a place called Boulevard 40. Why are you doing that? Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, although I make just a few topics here: business, entrepreneurship, mental health and wellness, Bible readings, and positive and motivational things, I have come to the conclusion that it is difficult for some people looking for the Bible content because the algorithm, YouTube, is not pushing it to them because it's mixed in with so many other things. I think it's getting confused about how to promote me. And for the people looking for the business related things, I think the YouTube algorithm, the AI, it's not a human being that does this stuff. It's a computer program that looks at all this stuff and it says, okay. And it looks at the tag words and it looks at the titles and it kind of separates and categorizes everything. And when it sees a whole bunch of recipe and cooking titles and stuff, it knows to push those towards people who like recipes and cooking. When it sees a bunch of titles on a channel for car repair, it knows to push those to the people who likes DIY and car stuff. But when it looks at me and it sees a whole bunch of stuff, it can't really push it because there's too many different things and it does not pick it out and ping, 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 ping. It picks up the whole thing and goes like this. And so I don't want to confuse the AI anymore. Like, I don't know who to give this to. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And we'll just put it back down and maybe somebody will discover it on their own. So yes, Boulevard 40. Let me put that link back out. Boulevard 40 will be the new home of the Bible reading party, if that's what you're into. So that when you come here to 40 Entrepreneur Drive, you are only going to see business related, entrepreneur related stuff. Yes. That's going to happen about June 1st, I think. Bible reading party. Yes. So yes. Okay, that's pretty much, you came in right at that moment. I was going to mention it again, and I just did it now, just for anybody who may not have known. And now it is time for the roll call. Big thanks and shout out to Eva Frazier, who is the early bird in the room today. Shout out to Destiny Forever Walks. Shout out to Katad and Cook and Mama's Homestead. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to Laverne Dorsey. Shout out to Life of Key. Shout out to The Wiz. Shout out to Elsa Fan 248. So, with that being said, I'm going to send us all on our merry way. It's almost 8 o'clock here in Texas. I want everybody to have a great jump off to the weekend. Get rested. Stay safe. Get ready to enjoy your weekend and be prepared for returning to work if that's what you're doing. And yeah. Lord, thank you for today. I am thankful for this wonderful Friday. Thank you for rolling me out of bed, Lord, and landing me softly on my carpeted floor. What a trip. And so I thank you for waking up, being safe, being able to come and sit down with my friends and read the Bible and hang out with them. I'm thankful for my wealth. I'm thankful for my health, which is my wealth. I'm feeling good. I'm in my right state of mind. I can move around freely, and I have the freedom and comfort to read my Bible, not only to myself, but to other people and share the word and use this technology where I can be with other people in other places and spaces, but we're still all in the same room, which is here in the chat room. So that is very cool. And I don't ever want to take for granted all these modern conveniences that I have. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Thank you. Thank you. Lord, I only pray. Well, actually, I don't only pray. I pray for the health and safety of all my YouTube friends, that they are all blessed today and stay safe. And whatever their particular needs are, that they be met, not just a little bit, but in an abundance, so that they can recognize the miracle that's coming from you and be grateful and thankful. But yes, my final prayer is that everyone in here now, we're listening to the replay, I pray that they're encouraged to read the Bible and come to their own conclusion, come to their own understanding, build a relationship with you, and find some purpose for themselves here on this earth so they can live their best life. That is my prayer for today. Amen. Amen. Yeah. It's Friday, y'all. It's 8 o'clock exactly. Wow, my prayer took a minute. Well, it's 8 o'clock on my wall clock. It's 8:01 here. I sort of kind of want more coffee, but I sort of kind of want to get back in the bed. I want to roll back in bed. Oh, because I was up till 2 a.m. again. I was in the bed at 11. I didn't actually stop working until 2. Because I'm still working on my book. I've been working on my book little by little. And I've been getting really organized. Have you guys, okay, I know I'm geeking out right now. I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, whatever. Who in here is familiar with Excel spreadsheets, or even Google Docs? If not Excel, Google Sheets. So like if you have a Google account, if you've got a Gmail, you can use a free on the cloud server software. You can, type things into the documents. You can organize things on the spreadsheet, and it's free. It's all on the cloud. So this is what I've been doing, y'all. I've been taking all my various notebooks. See on my notes? I've been taking all my various notebooks. I'm one of those people that I like to journal, and I like to sketch, and I like to take notes on random pieces of paper. See, that's mail. There's some more mail. Look at that. Notes everywhere. Do y'all do this? I know I'm not the only one. And I know. See, most of this is junk mail anyway, so I just write on the back of the envelopes. I got that. Look at that. There's another one. Had another one. There's another one. There's some more mail. Look at that. So it's not like I don't know how to journal. It's not like I don't know how to have a to-do list. People say, "Oh, you need to get organized. Just make a to-do list." I got to-do lists for days. I got to-do lists for days. I will just write down, depending on where I'm at. Like sometimes if I forget a book, if I forget my journal, let's say I'm at work and I just find a scrap piece of paper. I will take a scrap piece of paper and I'll start writing on it, right? How do you consolidate all that stuff? How do you get organized? Well, you put it on a spreadsheet, of course, logically, right? So that's what I've been doing lately. Is I have been taking all of my notes from my stories, my book that I want to write, for my to-do list for the channel, my to-do list for my house, stuff that I want to research. Yeah, I got to look through all of these. And I've been taking all of these and I've been putting it on a spreadsheet. And it's free. It's free. And the cool thing about that is with Google, I'm not promoting. It sounds like I'm doing a commercial, right? The cool thing about Google Docs is whether you're using it on a tablet or a computer or your phone, you will have access to it. Let's see if you can see that. So this is my phone, right? See that right there? It says Docs. Google Docs and Sheets. You do not have to be tech savvy to do this. It's digital paper is all it is. So here's my little spreadsheet and here's my docs. And I will either be at my computer, tickety-tack, organizing my thoughts, taking all these various notes. Look at all that. That's just silly. That's just silly. And I'm consolidating it all in one place so that I can be more organized. When I go back to work, I'm going to be the most organized person ever. And I got my planner. And I got my 2020 planner with some more random paper. Look at that. Projects. What does that one say? Research topics. So yeah, anyways, I don't remember why I brought that up. You guys know. Y'all know how my brain works. I don't know why that box opened up, but anyways. I'm going to finish moving over some of the readings to the new channel. I am going to, I said I was going to be writing my book, which I'm writing a little bit more every day. I'm organizing my thoughts. And yeah. So yeah, if you guys have not used it yet, check out Google Docs. It's probably, the app is almost on everybody's phone, or you can download it for free. And like I said, it's a really convenient way to stay organized, because maybe you're at your computer and you start something, and then when you're out and about, you can pull that same thing up on your phone. And it just, for me, it's been helping me stay organized a lot. I'm so happy that I found that. I'm so happy, because it's getting ridiculous. On that note, happy Friday. I think I haven't put out a community post in a while. Maybe I should put something out on the community post. Yeah, another reminder that I'm moving. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I only had to throw out crickets twice. Hopefully it will get to the point where the chat will be a little bit more lively, but I'm happy for what it is. I am content. You see, David kept Jonathan's wishes at his death. You're right. Jonathan, I do remember that. Jonathan said, "When you become king, remember my family. Show some love to my family." Yeah, you're right about that. Jonathan asked David when dying to take care of his family, and he did. I had mentioned that a long while ago in another reading. See, now that's integrity. Thank you, Miss Moderator. I believe those are the links to the new place. So again, for those of you who want to check me out at Boulevard 40, you can check it out there. Depending on what you like. If you're not really into the business related stuff, I understand. That's perfectly fine. I only want to give people what they want to have. I sincerely, true success is not just getting a bunch of people following me. True success is really being able to serve the people what they want. Serve the people what they want. So for the people who want business stuff, I'm going to be giving it to them here. And for the people who want faith-based stuff, positive, motivational, and I'm moving my mental health stuff. So all my depression and anxiety stuff, I think it's right up that alley. Well, right up that boulevard. So yeah, boom. Yeah, you can subscribe there, or you can stay in both places. But I just want to let you know. Gotta run out, heading out for a busy day. Have a blessed day. God bless. Much love. And yes, what is your favorite part? If you haven't answered that question already, you can come back after the fact and leave it in the chat. Not leave it in the chat, leave it in the comments. Yes, leave it in the comments. Whatever's on your mind. If something's on your mind at some point in the day and you want to say, come back to this video. The live chat will be closed, but the comments will be open. So let me know. On that note, happy Friday. Everybody be blessed today. It's Friday. And I can't think of anything else to rhyme. So yes.
Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Entrepreneur Drive 40, Entrepreneur Drive. Thanks for watching, share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you at the next Bible reading party, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.